Uh, yes, he's joined right on time. So,
नमस्कार प्रज्ञा जी।
Namaskar, Mrityunjay ji. You've joined us right on time. And Acharya ji, would you be able to switch on your video, please?
या
Namaskar. So, before we begin, or I introduce you briefly to today's audience, uh, would you like to kind of start with some invocation of the Devi if you want? Navratri chal rahe hain. So if you want, please go ahead and then we can start with the webinar.
definitely. Namaste and welcome everyone. Auspicious times going on of Navdurga. So let us invoke Goddess Lalita Rajeshwari and start our webinar. Om Vidyodhyam Samaprabham Ragapati Skandhasthitam Bhishanam कन्याभिः करवालखेटबिलसद् हस्ताभिरासेविताम् हस्तैश्चक्रगदाशिखेटविशिखांश् चापं गुणं तर्जनीं मनलात्मिकां शशिधराम् दुर्गां त्रिनेत्रां भजे सर्वमङ्गलमङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरये परमात्मने प्रणतः क्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः।
Dhanyavad Acharya ji. So everyone who's joining us, we have Acharya Mrityunjay Mani Trivedi with us today. I will briefly introduce him to you. So he holds a Master's of Theology degree in Dharma Shastra from Sampurnanand Sanskrit University, Varanasi in India. And he has deep expertise in Hindu scriptures, Sanskrit literature, and Vedic traditions. He began his academic journey at Sri Rawatpur Sarkar Sanskrit Gurukul, and he has cultivated a lifelong passion for Sanskrit and sacred texts. And he has devoted himself to extensive study of the Vedas, particularly the Yajurveda. He also has deep knowledge of astrology, philosophy, and Karamkand. He is proficient in the Bhagavad Gita, Ramayana, Bhagavatam, and Upanishads. And he has garnered extensive experience as a priest. He officiates pujas, rituals, pran pratishtas, yagyas, and all 16 sanskars. He is currently serving as the resident priest at the Hindu Temple, spiritual insights and guidance to his community. He has a passion for teaching, which blossomed at a young age and continued into his role as an assistant teacher at Sampurnanand Sanskrit University. He also conducts weekly classes covering Sanskrit scriptures, chanting of shlokas and hymns, emphasizing comprehension, context, and practical application. He has fluency in Sanskrit, Hindi, and English, and bridges linguistic gaps to communicate profound spiritual teachings effectively. He is musically talented, proficient in singing and playing instruments such as the harmonium and dholak. Maybe one of these days we can have him play for us in the webinar itself. But Acharya ji, the webinar is all yours for now. And before we start his presentation, just a request from all of you, please put in your question and answers in the Q&A box. We will take the questions once his presentation is complete. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pragya ji, for your kind introduction. Very less qualities. And also, Thank you so much, all of you who is joining this webinar today, spending your precious time. It's Saturday and Navdurga is going on and you all must be busy, but still you choose to be here. So I really thank you. I thank Hindu University of America for giving me the opportunity to teach and learn and grow together. So welcome everyone. Namaste. This is Acharya Mrityunjay Mani Trivedi. We have done our invocation. Let us do. I'll do a quick invocation of Lord Narayana, because the first I will going to walk us through Vishnu Sahasranam and little bit about the second course which I will be teaching of Sundarkan. Om Udyadaditya Sankasham Pitavasa Samachyutam शंखचक्रगदा पाणिं ध्याये लक्ष्मीपतिं हरिं कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरये परमात्मने प्रणतः क्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः. So I'll be sharing a small presentation and then we will start. And please bear with me, I'm not fully recovered from cough, so उसके लिए क्षमा करिएगा सारे लोग. Pragya ji, my screen is coming.
Yes, Acharya ji, we can see your screen. Go
Okay.
ahead.
So as I did the invocation of Lord Narayan Mahavishnu, Udyad Aditya Sankasham Pitavasa Samachyutam. Udyad Aditya. Udyad meaning like a rising sun. Udyad Aditya Sankasham. Sankasham meaning वैसी भगवान की आभा प्रभा है. He is looking like a rising sun. पीतवास समच्युतम, and his favorite color of garments is yellow. भगवान को येलो वस्त्र, पीत वस्त्र पसंद है. भगवान ने पीले वस्त्र जैसे इस पिक्चर में पहने हुए हैं. शंख चक्र गदा पाणिम, और भगवान नारायण is holding a conch, a disc, a mace, and a lotus on his different hands, four hands. Dhyayet meaning I invoke, I stabilize my consciousness in you and I invoke you within me, and who is also Shankh Chakra Gada Panim Dhyayet Lakshmi Patim, who is the consort of goddess Lakshmi, wealth, and Harim, who is Hari. Harim Harati Papani. Hari is who? Hari who takes away the sorrow, takes away our, who does not consider any sins. जो सारे पापों को माफ कर दें, वही भगवान विष्णु है. So Harim Harit Papani. So Dhyayet Lakshmi Patim Harim. So the upcoming course is going to be on Vishnu Sahasranam, mainly pronunciation and meaning. So let's see our title first. So as everyone knows, Vishnu, Sahasra and Nam. So when we split it, it will become first Vishnu, second word is Sahasra, and third is name. So in our Sanskrit word, every word has a root cause, lakar, dhatu. And that is where the main meaning comes from. So Vishnu is like Vishweti विस्लरी धातु, विस्लरी व्याप्तौ धातु से विष्णु शब्द बनता है. विश्वेति व्याप्नोति इति विष्णु, मीनिंग हु इज एम्बेडेड, हु परवेड्स एवरीवेयर, हु लिव्स एवरीवेयर, हु इज इन एंड आउट, जो सब जगह हैं, कहीं उनको बुलाने की आवश्यकता नहीं है. दैट इज हु विष्णु इज. सो दैट जस्ट द नेम ऑफ विष्णु जी. अनदर मीनिंग ऑफ विष्णु जी, who has taken the big responsibility. Brahma ji has a responsibility of creation, so he does the creation and he's keep creating. Shivji has a responsibility of destruction, so he does his job. But the main job, anything we buy, anything we purchase, or anything we deal with in our life, it requires a maintenance, whether it is our body, mind, house, phone, accessories. So Vishnu ji is given or has been taken this responsibility of preservation. जो सब कुछ चलाने का जिम्मा जिन्होंने ले लिया है, वो भगवान विष्णु है. And as भगवान in Gita and so many other scriptures, loudly he has said that परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे. He is not just maintainer, he also says, being a maintainer, if I personally have to come and take care of something for my devotees, for Dhenu, Go, Dvij Hitakari, I will come and I will restore. I will help and I will restore the dharma. So that is who Mahavishnu is. Second word comes in our title, Sahasra. So the correct pronunciation of it's not Sahastra, it is Sahasra. Danti Sakar with a Rikar below. Sahasra. Word Sahasra generally in our Sanskrit number means 1000. But Sahasra is also used to express something which is infinite, something which cannot be counted. That is when also the Sahasra word is used. For example, in Vishnu, as Vishnu Sahasranam, or in Purusha Shukta, Sahasra Shirkha Purukha Sahasraksha Sahasrapat, meaning this shlok Sabhumim Vishwato Vratva Atyatishtat Dashangulam. So this very first mantra of Purush Shukta says the God or the Narayan or the Ved Purush who has 1000 Sahasra Sirsha man meaning the head, Sahasraksha who has 1000 eyes, Sahasrapat who has 1000 feet. But this doesn't make sense, because if a god has 1000 head, then he should have 2000 eyes and 2000 legs. So that means this is not, it says, for example, when we say I went to beach and there was thousands of people, hundreds of people, like, so meaning something which you cannot count. So they say shatam or sahasra, mainly sahasra. So this sahasra word in Vishnu Sahasranam, what does it means? It means there are 1000 name of Vishnu, trying to bring that Narayana, who is ultimate, who is so vast, into 1000 name. तो जो बड़े भगवान हैं उनको 1000 नाम से बोलने का प्रयत्न कर रहे हैं, ऐसा विष्णु सहस्त्र नाम में सहस्त्र का अर्थ है. द थर्ड नेम और थर्ड पार्ट ऑफ टाइटल इज नाम. नाम, विष्णु सहस्त्र एंड नाम. नाम मीनिंग जैसे एनी गिवन नेम, नाम मीनिंग संज्ञा, नाम मीनिंग नाउन, प्लेस, पर्सन, प्लेस और थिंग्स. So Nam, in this Vishnu Sahasranam Stotra, the Nam or the name of Bhagwan will be, they are in 3 categories. For example, some of the Nam like Narsimha, Keshav, Krishna, Vaman, Purushottam, they will explain Lord Vishnu as avatar. कि भाई भगवान ने अवतार लिया, and then there was a name given. Second category of name or naam in Vishnu Sahasranam will explain as Vishnu ji as Devata. Devata who? Devata who lives in Vaikunt. Devata who lives in जो अपर सत्य लोक में रहते हैं, ऐसे देवता. Some of the name will explain Lord Vishnu like a Devata. Third category of name in Vishnu Sahasranam is Brahman. So there are many names who will also describe Lord Narayana as a Brahman. Not a Brahma, as a Brahman. Brahman as Vedanta speaks, as philosophies, as Nyaya, Darshan, Shastra. So Brahman meaning who is ultimate, who is doing these jobs, these works, taking care of the universe, but still who is ultimate, still who is above all. So the Naam are categorized in 3 different groups in Vishnu Sahasranam. The background, or where anything which we learn, we must know where it is coming from, how it all started. So this Vishnu Sahasranam is 1000 different names, as we discussed, of Lord Narayana, of Lord Mahavishnu, which are mainly embedded in 108 slokas. जो 1000 नाम है वो 108 श्लोक में बताए गए. And this stotra was strung together by Sri Ved Vyas. Who is Ved Vyas? Who is the author of 18 Puranas, right? जो भी 18 पुराण हैं उनके जो कर्ता हैं, लेखक हैं, लिखने वाले हैं, उनको ध्यान में रखने वाले हैं, ऐसे वेद व्यास. So Maharshi Ved Vyas. And this particular hymn, this particular chanting of Lord Narayana, Vishnu Sahasranam, we find in Mahabharat, which is not a Puran, it's a Itihas Granth. So we find in Mahabharat in 135th chapter of Anushashan Parva. What is this Parva? In Mahabharat, we have a big chapter and then that big chapters has small chapters. So there are 18 parva, 18 big chapters. Under that, this Anushashan Parva. Where this Anushashan Parva comes, we'll discuss that. Also, this all our scriptures and hymns have a meter. किस गति से उनको बोलना है, क्या उनका छंद है, whether this is अनुष्टुप, त्रिष्टुप, बृहति, पंक्ति, मंदाक्रांता, शिखरणी, किस छंद में है. So particular this hymn or this Vishnu Sahasranam is in a chanted in rhythmic meter called अनुष्टुप छंद. अनुष्टुप छंद में सारे श्लोकों को बनाया गया है. So this Vishnu Sahasranam, how it started, कैसे ये प्राप्त हुआ, कहाँ से ये शुरू हुआ. So this is a conversation between King Yudhishthir and Bhishma Pitama. So after end of the Mahabharat war, when Yudhishthir, being eldest of Pandavas, becomes emperor of the world, now they won, they had the victory, they become the emperor, but still he's not very much satisfied. Lord Krishna observes him and asks him that what is going on, what you don't look satisfied. He says that I have won this whole world, but yet I do not know how to run it particularly. So Krishna says, okay, there is only one man alive who can teach you the right way of running a kingdom, and Krishna takes him to Bhishma Pitama, the great grandsire of Kuru dynasty. Bhishma Pitama, who is lying on his deathbed in the Yuddha Bhumi, in the battlefield, and waiting for his auspicious time to leave his body, having a boon of Ichha Mrityu. Whenever he wants to leave his body, he can do that. Lord Krishna takes Yudhishthir among with other Pandav to Bhishma Pitama. Bhishma Pitama teaches him the Raj Dharma. Raj Dharmas are the rules and regulations of running a kingdom, how to behave, how to make your kingdom bigger, how to take the taxes and all that. And he teaches everything to Yudhishthir. He tells him this is how a kingdom should run. Even after that, Yudhishthir has not fully satisfied completely, and still he has some questions. He says, I have some other questions, and he asks few questions. And I think this is where Maharaj Yudhishthir represents the whole humanity. सभी को represent करते हैं और बताते हैं that in our life also, when we get everything or mainly the wealth, then still we have some questions. So he asks few questions. So very first question, as every Vishnu Sahasranam who recites the Vishnu Sahasranam, they know, he asks, Yudhishthir asks, Kimekam daivatam loke kim vapyekam parayanam stuvantah kam kamarchantah prapniyurmanava shubham ko dharma sarvadharmanam bhavatah parmo matah kim japan muchyate jantur janma sansar bandhanat. So he's asking to Bhishma Pitama that I understand and I will run this kingdom by your grace, but I have this another question that who is one devata? सबसे बड़े भगवान कौन है? मैं ये भी जानना चाहता हूँ. So he asked him, Ekam Devatam Loke. Tell me, Pitama, that who is one Lord to be, whom we pray, whom we does the puja and archan. So this is where the main conversation starts between Yudhishthir and Bhishma to get us all this auspicious name of Narayana. Bhishma answers him that Pavitranam Pavitram yo Mangalanam cha Mangalam Daivatam Devatanam cha Bhutanam yo Avyayah Pita. Pavitranam Pavitram, who is purest of all, Mangalanam cha Mangalam, who is auspicious in all, Daivatam Devatanam, देवताओं में भी जो बड़े देवता हैं, who is the greatest God, and Bhutanam, meaning the in living existing Srashti, Yo Avyayah Pita, who is unchanging, undiminishing Father of all. He is the one God to be prayed. And here we have to remember that the Bhishma Pitama is very core devotee of Lord Narayana. And also we have to understand that when someone is in the deathbed, so he's going to give his best advice, and whatever he must have understood in whole life, that is what Bhishma is telling. In second question, he asks, Kim Vapyekam Parayanam? Kim Vapi Ekam Parayanam? Okay, I understand that there is one Devata who is Narayan, but who is, tell me another Devata, or tell me that whom or who is the one refuge for all. जब हमें हर जगह से धिक्कार दिया जाए या हम कहीं से हर जगह से हार जाएं तो हम जाएं कहाँ, हम किसकी शरण में जाएं? किम वापि एकम परायणम, हम किसके परायण हो, हम रिफ्यूज कहाँ पे लें? सो भीष्म आंसर्स हिम, परमम यो महत्तेजः, परमम यो महत्तपः, परमम यो महद्ब्रह्म, परमम यह परायणम. He is that parayanam. Lord Narayana is that refuge. Who is paramam yo mahattejaha? Who is Tejaha, whose brilliance is lighting this whole universe, who lights up everything. Paramam Yo Mahat Tapaha, and he's not only that, he becomes yogi also, his greatest yogi. So he is that tapasvi. Paramam Yo Mahad Brahma, and he is Mahad Brahma, the Brahman which we were talking in the beginning. He is that Mahad Brahma also. Paramam Yaha Parayanam. And to get Parayanam, to get refuge, he is the one, he is the greatest God to take refuge. At third question, he asks, Stuvantah kam. And I think this is, if we can relate, right? This is what like everyone's question in our Hinduism, in other faiths also, right? कौन एक भगवान है? बहुत सारे भगवान है. There are a lot of gods, whom to pray, where we go, what we should do. So I think Bhishma, Yudhishthir is representing all of us. Third question, he's asking, Stuvantam kah or Stuvantah kah prapnyor manavah shubham. By glorifying or by reciting whose name, किसकी स्तुति करें, किसकी प्रार्थना करें, that we get shubham, we get good things, we get auspiciousness, we get peace, prosperity, or a calm life, a calm, balancing, harmonyful life. Bhishma answers, Jagat Prabhum Devadevam Anantam Purushottamam Stuvan Naam. He has asked here Stuvan, and this is where he is asking, he answering Stuvan Naam Sahasrena Purushaha Satatot Bhishma says that who is Jagat Prabhum, who is the preserver of the universe, who जो जगत के प्रभु हैं, जगत को चलाने वाले हैं, भू भुआ स्वा महाजना तपा सत्य, Bhu, Atal, Vital, Sutal, Talatal, Rasatal, Mahatal, and Patal, this 14 dimension who's running and protecting and providing. Anantam Purushottamam, and who neither has a beginning nor has an end. He is that Lord Narayana, Mahavishnu, Stuvan Nama Sahasrana. I am going to give you this 1000 name of Narayana, which is Vishnu Sahasranam, Purushaha Satatothitaha. This Prapnuyan Manava Shubham. If you recite, if you observe these 1000 name, so Purushaha Satatothitaha. Satatothitaha meaning elevate yourself. It will help you in all ways. At fourth question, he asks, अर्चंतः किम और कम अर्चंतः, किस भगवान की हम अर्चना करें जिससे हमें शुभता की प्राप्ति हो? कमर्चंतः प्राप्नुर मानवा शुभम. And this is very, very, very nice question that he is making a slight difference and showing us that stuti is different, archan is different, pujan is different, dhyan is different, jap is different. So a puja has this 4 steps: archan, stuti, jap, and dhyan. So he is asking archan. Archan here means offering, archan meaning following a particular method, which is ekopachar, panchopachar, shodoshopachar, vinshopachar, travinshopachar, chatushashtiyopachar, puja. A method of worship, a method of ritualistic puja, ritualistic worship. So he is asking कि भाई घर में जो रोज पूजा पाठ होता है वो किस भगवान का किया जाए, किसको हम रोज नहलाएं, किसको हम प्रार्थना करें. So he is asking कमर चंता, किसकी अर्चना करें? भीष्म is answering तमेव चार्चयम, तमेव हु तम एव, that Vishnu, archayam nityam. If you do the archan or puja or worship or your devotion with towards him, and how he is giving a कैसे करना है, he is giving us all that how our archan, how our daily puja will get us result. तमेव चार्चयन नित्यम bhaktya, every day with devotion. Nityam, every day, bhaktya meaning with devotion. Purusha avyayam, that avyaya purush, that unchanging God, na achyuta. Dhyayan, even memorizing, remembering him. Stuvan, doing sahasranam. Namasyancha, even just doing the pranam to him. pranam to Lord Narayana, Yajamanah tamev cha. This is the archan. He, Lord Narayana, is one whom you should do the archan. At fifth and sixth question, he asks Bhishma, Ko dharmah sarva dharmanam. This is where the king is speaking. The king has to follow a dharma. धर्म के बिना राजा नहीं हो सकता, धर्म के बिना किंगडम नहीं हो सकती. So he is asking, को धर्मः सर्वधर्माणाम भवतः परमो मतः. With your greatest advice, tell me that what kind of dharma, or your, in your wise opinion, what is the dharma to me? एंड किम जपन मुच्यते, और किस भगवान का हम जप करें. स्तुवन, अर्चन एंड जप. जप मीनिंग, जप इज लाइक मननात् त्रायते यस्य सह मंत्र. Keep recitation of the some name, a divine hymn, a divine mantra or seed or beej mantra removes the fear. This is what jap is. So he is asking, kim japan muchyate. किसके जप करने से, किस भगवान का जप करने से, जन्म संसार बंधनात्, we will be free from the bondage of this sansar. He says, Bhishma says that धर्म, क्या धर्म है? अनादि निधनम विष्णुम सर्वलोक महेश्वरम. How Lord Narayana is running this universe, how Bhagwan Vishnu is taking care of this universe, you should be like him, you should follow him the way he is doing. You see his charitra, you see his fame, his form, and that is what you follow. His name, his parayanam, because he's Anadinidhanan, he is never going to be get to an end, and he's Sarvaloka Maheshwaram, because he is not running only Prithvi, he is running all those 14 dimensions, 14 different lokas. So you follow him, follow Vishnu. And Kim Japan Muchyate. Okay, you are asking another question, that मैं जप किसका करूं? Okay, लोका. Yeah, this is where he answers. लोकाध्यक्षम स्तुवन नित्यम सर्वदुःखातिको भवेद. जन्म, this is this सर्व दुख relates to जन्म संसार बंधनात्. जन्म संसार के बंधन से कैसे छूटें, और how we should get out of this bondage of sansar. So he says, लोकाध्यक्षम, who is अध्यक्ष, leader of these 14 loka, the स्तुवन और अर्चन और जप of his name every day, nityam sarva dukh, not one dukh or one category of problem, one category of sorrow or unhappiness or unpleasantness. सर्व दुःखाति को भवेद, सभी दुखों का अतिग हो जाएगा. All dukh, all the sorrow, all the pain of this sansar will go away. So this is where he answers his 6 questions, and then he says, when it starts with Bhishma Uvacha, and he says, Jagat Prabhum Deva Devam Anantam Purushottamam Stuvan Nama Sahasrena Purushaha Shatatothitaha. So by answering his question, Bhishma further gives him all the 1000 name of Lord Narayana, and tells him to observe to these hymns. This whole Vishnu Sahasranam structure is this way. It has a Purva Bhag, because some of the time, in current world, we have so many different edition of the books. Someone printed something, some starts from here, Gita Press and whatnot. So the main, how this structure of Vishnu Sahasranam is, or how we are going to follow in our classes, it has a Purva Bhag. Purva meaning Pratham, starting, beginning, which will contain the dhyan of Lord Narayana. Dhyan meaning that before starting any worship, puja, or observing of any practice, sadhana, we should establish our mind into that one particular God whom we are invoking, inviting. So ध्यान का मतलब है भगवान का जो form है, the form of the God, we should invoke and establish in our mind and see in our mind that how is looking. So that brings your mind down, keeps you calm and concentrated. Then second part of the Purva Bhag contains a Nyasa. Nyasa is something where we invoke Lord in our different parts of our body. We ask him that I'm going to recite this Vishnu Sahasranam, please be with me and protect me while we are chanting, reciting this Sahasranam. The main core structure or the core part of Sahasranam is this Sahasranam. 108 shlokas, where it starts Vishwam Vishnur Vashatkaro Bhuta Bhavya Bhavat Prabhu. That is where it starts. From there till the last, there are 108 different shlokas which contains 1000 different names, characteristic, avatar, God, and Brahman, those categories of Bhagavan. This we will cover in the class. Then comes the Uttar Bhag. Prayojanam anuddishya mandopi na pravartate. If someone does not know that what benefit I am going to give, being human, we always look for the benefit first. कि भाई प्राप्त क्या होगा. So Uttar Bhag, or the last part of the Vishnu Sahasranam, talks about the benefits of the chanting. It says, रोगार्तो मुच्यते रोगात् बद्धो मुच्येत बंधनात् भयान मुच्येत भीतस्तु मुच्येत आपन्न आपदा, and so many others. That a rogi illness will be free. Rogarto muchyate rogat. Baddho meaning if we are bound to something, if you are not something you are very attached to and it is giving you so much pain, then वो बंधन से आप मुक्त होते हैं. बद्धो मुच्येत बंधनात् भयान मुच्येत भीतस्तु. If you have a fear, phobia, आप बहुत भय में रहते हैं, अवसाद में रहते हैं, डिप्रेशन एंजाइटी में रहते हैं, देन चैंटिंग ऑफ दिस नेम विल मेक यू फ्री फ्रॉम देयर. भयान मुच्येत भीतस्तु मुच्येत आपन्न आपदः. इफ यू हैव सम आपदा, आपदा is what? Unexpected problems or a series of bad events, then this Vishnu Sahasranam will help. So these, the उत्तर भाग talks about all the benefits कि भाई हम इसको जब करेंगे तो हमें क्या क्या मिलेगा या हम क्या प्राप्त कर सकते हैं. So this is the structure we are going to follow in our class. We will cover पूर्व भाग, ध्यान न्यास, सहस्रनाम, and then उत्तर भाग as well. This is the final part of this presentation where Pragya ji, we can invite and people can collaborate that how the chanting will be done, and anyone from our participants can raise their hand and recite after me.
Anyone who would like to recite with Acharya ji, please raise your hands. I'll unmute you. Rita ji, sure. Can two of them do it together, Acharya ji, or you want only one?
Let's Rita ji can do first verse and then
Okay, we have 2-3 people here in the audience, so we can start with Rita ji and then I'll move others as well. Okay?
perfect. Yeah.
Sure.
Namaskar Rita ji.
Okay. Namaste.
शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं
शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं
शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं
शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं
शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं.
शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं.
Now our second participant. Shruti ji.
Yeah, Shruti ji, please.
प्रसन्न वदनं ध्यायेत्
प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत्
प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत्
प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत्
सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये
सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये
प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये
प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये.
Now we have third person, so let's bring them as well, him or her as well.
This is Dr. C.S. Chetan. I am unmuting him.
Please come. Thank you for participating. Shuklam, I'm going to give you the full shloka. Shuklam Baradharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasanna Vadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vighno-pashantaye. Chetan ji. Please unmute yourself if you want to repeat.
Hari Bol. Shuklam dharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadam Dhyayet Sarva Vigno Pashantaye.
Perfect. So this is like in class, this is where we work on to making our pace slow, taking all the words. So this is prasanna प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत्
वदनं ध्यायेत्
सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये।
प्रशान्तये।
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you for participating, Dr. Chetanji. So, this is how our class will be structured. And what do you think, Pragya ji? We should take the Vishnu Sahasranam related question now, and then we go for Sundarkand.
Your call, Acharya ji. We just have one question for now. If you want, we can take it. Otherwise, you can complete the Sundarkand presentation also, and we can do it together.
Okay.
If anyone has questions, I mean, if they want to ask, I think it will be better to have the question answer session once we are done with the entire presentation of yours. Yep, so they
please
know about.
Yeah.
Please, go ahead.
So hold on to your questions, and we will discuss them. Second class, which I will be offering, it's on Thursday, Pragya ji, right? At 5 p.m. Pacific time. And we just completed one it's a two-part class, Sundarkand, which is from Ramcharitmanas. So, yatra yatra Raghunath Kirtanam, tatra tatra Kratamastakāņjalim, Vāshpa Vari Paripurna Lochanam, Marutim Namata Rakshasantakam. I invoke Lord Anjaneya, Lord Hanumanji, God of courage, Bala Buddhi Vidya Dehu Mohi, Harahu Kalesh Vikar. So everyone, the Sundarkand or Ramcharitmanas or Ramayana, it mainly we know that Valmiki Ramayana or Ramayana, which is done by Sri Tulsidas ji, Kanda Ramayana, Ananda Ramayana, all together there are, you will be amazed, 283 different types of Ramayana available there, where devotees has expressed themselves, written about Lord Rama and his whole journey throughout what he did. What we are going to learn in this class, this is Sundarkand from Sri Ramcharit Manas, which is who's author of this, Sri Goswami Tulsidas ji from 16th century, who is a very great devotee of Lord Rama. Ram के बहुत बड़े भक्त हैं, and further changes his life, becomes a sage, and जो भक्ति की बात है, and he is very great devotee of Lord Ram. He has not only written Ramcharitmanas, a very famous, which all throughout the India, which everyone recites from Abal Gopa Vidita, that is Hanuman Chalisa. Sri Guru Charan Saroj Rajani Manma Kursadhari, Baranahu Raghuvar Vimala Jasujodayak Phalachari, Buddhi ne Tanu Janike, Sumiram Paman Kumar, Bal Buddhi Vidya Dehu Mohi, Harahu Kalesh Vikar. So Goswami Tulsidas ji has written so many different, he's author of so many different books, whether Dohavali, Geetavali, Hanuman Chalisa, Ramcharitmanas, and furthermore, so many different. He has played is a very great role in devotion. In this Sundarkand, we are going to take it from Ramcharitmanas, written by Goswami Tulsidas ji. Sundarkand. And so furthermore, in this Ramcharitmanas, we have 7 कांड, 7 हमारे पास कांड है, जिसमें कि first is Balkand, the childhood of Ramji, the Ayodhya Kand, how he grow up, how he goes to ashram and comes back, then he gets the Aranya, then he gets the उनको exile होता है, उनको वनवास मिलता है, so there we see how he does that. Aranya Kand, then comes Kishkindha Kand, where he meets Sugriv. Third is Sundar Kand, and then Lanka Kand, and then Uttar Kand. So this is how the whole Ramcharitmanas is structured. In Sundar Kand, the the other Kand or other part of Ramayana, which I just said, they are mainly based on what is being done, like Bal Kand, Bal meaning Bal Leela of Ramji, Ayodhya, meaning either place vishes or work, what work was done. So then about Ayodhya, then Aranya. But this particular kand is not name of this kand or name of this hymn is not based on any place or person. It's based on result. सुंदर कांड है ये. द ब्यूटी, जो सुंदरता लाए वैसा कांड है. कांड मीनिंग द होल चैप्टर is based of sundarata, beauty, auspiciousness, goodness. In Sundarkand, which is the fifth kand, we are going to see so many different characteristics, and learning Sundarkand, the correct pronunciation and the meaning is one thing, but also understanding, knowing, and bringing those meaning into our life. This is what our goal in class. How Hanumanji is listening to Jamavantji, how a younger people are listening to older people, wise people, following their instructions. So all that embedded in Sundarkand. This Sundarkand has a rhythmic meter, as I explained in Vishnu Sahasranam, that is different. But in Sundarkand, we find Doha, Soratha, Chaupai, and Chand. These are the four major meter of Sundarkand, or the whole Ramcharitmanas, which we will, because it has so much detail, so which we will be discussing in the class, that how to recite, where to break, and all that. In the Sundarkand, what we are going to learn and what we are going to bring or understand is how it has so many different things. First is courage. How we are sometimes lost in our life, or we know that we are capable, but still we are not able to know our full potential, our full power. अरे हमसे भी होगा क्या, ऐसे सोचते रहते हैं. So that is where we see कहीं रीछ पति सुनु हनुमाना, का चुपी साध रहो बलवाना, where Rikshpati, meaning Jamvan, is praising and reminding him that you are powerful, why you are silent when everyone is lost, that how they are going to jump this more than 1000 miles of the ocean. जो 100 योजन का समुद्र है, इसको कैसे लांघा जाए. That means the problem, the biggest task in our life, how you are going to tackle it, how you are going to get the result, how you are going to achieve your goals. So that shows the courage of Hanumanji, or listening to elders, कैसे वो बता रहे हैं. Second is bhakti, devotion. क्या भक्ति से क्या संभव है, what devotion can bring, what beauty, again Sundarkand, what beauty courage can bring into our life, what beauty devotion can bring in our life. Hanumanji is devoted to Ramji. So कह रहे हैं कि राम काज लगी तव अवतारा, सुनतहु भय पर्वताकारा. When Jamvanji reminding him that you are not born for yourself, you are born for Ramji. So the moment he hears that, all his power comes back, all he reminds meaning in our life, when someone is there, we are listening to some powerful people, some guidance, so it brings up your whole potential and power. And sunatahu bhayahu parvatakara, he becomes so huge, and he jumps the whole ocean with, and he says, Ram kaju kinhe binu mohi kaha abhishram. I will not stop. This is the power of the devotion. It gives him that I will not stop unless I complete the Ramji's job. The third meaning or sundar or beauty of this Sundarkand is that it also shows the courage and devotion, the buddhimatta of Hanumanji, why he's called Jnani Namagraganyam, why he is the greatest knowledgeable person or Devata. That all shows how he's talking to Vibhishan, how he's entering into the Lanka, how he's tackling, or how he's figuring out the problem on the way, where Sursa comes, where Menak comes, how he's going through the test of devotion, the test of the life. So we understand and learn those meaning from the Sundarkand. Furthermore, the core beauty of Sundarkand is where goddess Sita, Ma Sita, is being captured and kidnapped by Ravana, and still showing the courage, showing the faith, showing the devotion of a woman in our Sanatan Dharma. जो हमारे भारत की माताओं में क्या शक्ति है, कितनी क्षमता है उनमें, वो बताती है. She is talking and answering where he is coming and threatening Devi Sita that I'm giving you 1 month and you should be ready, and then I will kill you or I will finish you like that. He says, Tranadhar ot kahat baidehi. And she's talking to Ramana and telling him that you are nothing in front of Ramji. आप कुछ भी नहीं है. So this shows all that ki how you are not in a comfortable place, you are in some other kingdom, you are still captured, and how you still have to make your faith, your power, your courage, your atmabal on top. Furthermore, in Sundarkand we also learn how Hanumanji shows his buddhi, shows his gyan, and delivers the message how we should be. Impactfully he gives his message to Ravan and burns down the Lanka and comes back to Ram. This is the beginning of Sundarkand, or main out of 60 doha, the 30 or 25 dohas of Sundarkand. Further in Sundarkand we also see how the great nature of Ramji, how Ramji accepts Vibhishan, who is enemy's brother, जो शत्रु के भाई हैं, उनको कैसे रिफ्यूज देते हैं. हाउ राम जी गिव्स हिम रिफ्यूज, हाउ ही makes him the king of Lanka right away, and how he accepts him. So it shows the acceptance of Ramji. Why he is called Raghupati, why he is called Raghav, why he is called Ramakhyam Jagadishwaram Surgurum Maya Manushyam Harim Vandeham Karunakaram Raghuvaram Bhupala Chudamanim. That shows the greatness or grace of Ramji in the Sundarkand. Furthermore, we also see in the Sundarkand that how Ramji, being all capable, being all almighty, he has all power, all his weapons, but yet with the advice of Vibhishan, with his own way, he's not shooting his arrow to the ocean. He is choosing to pray first. Meaning it also teaches and tells us that how even being capable, powerful, how we have to be humble first, how we have to approach things in a normal way, and then you use your power. So these things all together makes this powerful Sundarkand, where Hanumanji discovers the Sita ji ki khoj karte hain, he burns down the Lanka, he brings back the news of Sita ji that he found Devi Sita, and it shows the refuge of Vibhishan, and also it shows how the final talk, how the final conversation between a Lord, between a Narayan who is in the Manushya avatar, who is a Manusha Tanudhari, and to the ocean. How ocean is when he's becoming angry at ocean, how ocean is also reminding him that I'm nothing but I'm bound, I'm a jad chetan gudadoshamay, I'm also a jad, I'm also I'm not as human. So these things together, he also teaches Ramji, and Ramji forgives him. This is where the Sundarkand stops. So all these things we are going to learn during this class, and in the main purpose, main structure of this class is to recite these Sundarkand properly, the verses, and it's in the language of this Sundarkand is in Avadhi. Avadhi meaning the Awadh Prant. The Awadh Prant meaning now we have different names of our राज्यों के अलग अलग नाम है, but previously Magad, Awadh, like these different name, Punjab, Dramad, Utkal, Bang, Vind, Himachal, right? All those as it comes in our Rashtragan, right? Yamuna, Ganga, Utkal, Jaladhitarang. So this is Awadh Prant, where the Ramji, where the Ayodhya exactly is, what the language. So it's a Hindi dialect of Awadhi. So Awadhi में ये लिखा हुआ है, और we will understand to recite it proper way, and also we will see the meaning verse by verse, doha by doha, chopai by chopai, and we will, in first part it will be from doha number 1st to 30. In second part of the Sundarkand we will cover from 30 to the completing it's on the 60 doha. So this is what the exactly Sundarkand we are going to learn. Not only learn the pronunciation and meaning, also we will learn ki how this Sundarkand happens to us. ये हमारे जीवन में सुंदरकांड हो जाए, हमारे जीवन में अरण्य कांड, लंका कांड इत्यादि जो हैं उनका नाश हो। और दिस ब्यूटी ऑफ सुंदरकांड इज टू अंडरस्टैंडिंग, एंड देयर आर लॉट to be explained. There is very less time for 1 hour or 2 hour to go and explaining Sundarkand. So that is why we have structured and made a class, a course on the Sundarkand. So I will stop here. If you have any question related to Sundarkand, Vishnu Sahasranam, Pragya ji, let's take them all. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much, Acharya ji. Lovely presentation. And anyone who wants to ask a question, please raise your hands in some time. We have some questions waiting for us, waiting for Acharya ji. So let us get going with those. First question, Acharya ji, what is the form of Vishnu one should meditate on during the Nyas and chanting?
So, form of Vishnu ji, as when you see the book, it has 6 or 7 different dhyana shloks. And I also explained in the class that why they are giving so many different dhyana shloks. So according to our own nature, जैसे हम हैं, हमें भगवान भी वैसे ही पसंद आते हैं। सभी के इष्ट नारायण नहीं है, सभी के इष्ट शिव भी नहीं है, और सभी के इष्ट देवी भी नहीं है। मीनिंग we not everyone is devoted to Krishna, Shiva, or Devi, or Ganapati, or Murugan, or other devatas. We have, according to your own nature, you choose the devata and deity. So in Vishnu Sahasranam, we have 5-6 different dhyana shlok before the nyas. So whichever dhyana shlok you first recite it properly, understand the meaning, and when you say it, which dhyana shlok is appealing to you more. Let's say there is Bhupado Yasana Bhirvir Surunlas Chandra Suryo Chanetre Karana Vasha Suro Dyaur Mukmapi Dahno Yas Vaste Mamdi Antastham Yas Vishwam Sura Nar Khagago Bhogi Gandharva Daite Chitram Ram Ramatetam Tribhuvan Vapusham Vishnumisham Namami. And this shlok, the form of Lord Narayana is Vishwa Devata, जो बहुत बड़े हैं, जिसके शरण भूमि में है, मस्तक आकाश में है. So if this shlok is appealing, through this shlok, Lord Narayana is coming into your observation, in your imagination, perfect. Then there is another shlok, Shiro Danmat Pradeshe Suchimane Vilasat Saikater Moktikana Mala Grapta Sanasthas Patikamadinabhir Moktikair Manditanga Shubhrair Rabrair Dabrair Upari Vijitay Muktipi Yoshavarsayehi. You can see the Lord Narayana who is resting on the ocean. Then there is another shlok. So which shlok, after learning the pronunciation, understanding the meaning, which appeals you more, that is what dhyana shloka you should observe.
We have another question. Okay. In case of Vishnu Sahasranam, will it be possible to know all background stories on the basis of which Lord Vishnu has been given that specific name?
Yes, we will be covering. Yes, there are some of the stories are so vast. We touch them. We definitely tell them that where, for example, if Narasimha name comes, Madhav name comes, so we definitely discuss those stories कि भाई ये नाम पड़ा कैसे, आया कहाँ से. So yes, we do discuss.
Okay. If I want to chant daily Vishnu Sahasranam, then do I need to chant Purva and Falashruti along with Sahasranam every day, or can I just chant 108 names?
Yes, you can pick one dhyana shlok, sit properly, clean, pure and pious, and then you can pick one dhyana shlok, whichever works for you, appeals you more, comes, and then you can start from Vishnu and Yagya till the 108 shlokas. You do not have to do the Falashruti every day.
Namita ji's question. By worshipping one part of Parabrahma's quality, be it Brahma, Vishnu, or Mahesh, are the other parts depleted in one's soul development? I have always felt guilty and scared that by not worshipping to one god or another, the others are disrespected. Many people, by the way, have this dilemma, Acharya ji. They feel एक भगवान की हम पूजा करें, अर्चना करें, तो हम दूसरों के साथ कहीं गलत तो नहीं कर रहे.
आकाशात् पतितं तोयं यथा गच्छति सागरः सर्वदेवं नमस्कारः केशवं प्रति गच्छति. For example, the way rain comes from the whole sky and akash, and from different region and sources it goes to ocean. जल जो है कहीं ना कहीं से सोख के, नदियों के माध्यम से, नहर के माध्यम से पोषण तक पहुंचता है। तो इसे सारे देवताओं को नमस्कार करिए, केशवम प्रतिगच्छति, और भगवान विष्णु के तरफ चले जाइए। बट answering these particular question can take so much long time, but briefly I can answer this is there is no difference between devata, there is no difference between female god or male god. As you start your journey by learning properly, not just your imagination or just some YouTube shorts or some Instagram shorts may give you this kind of confusion. All gods are the same. सो एक भगवान को आप जब करेंगे तो ऐसा देयर इज नथिंग लाइक द अनदर गॉड विल बी अनहैप्पी और आई एम डूइंग अनजस्टिस टू गणेशा बट आई एम फॉलोइंग विष्णु। इट इज जस्ट इट सो होल सनातन धर्म इज अ मेडिकल किट। विष्णु आपके लिए काम कर रहे हैं, विष्णु को फॉलो करिए, बट बी रिस्पेक्टफुल टू अदर। दिस इज द मेन पार्ट। दिस इज वेयर आई टेल एवरीवन और इन द क्लास दैट यू शुड not just the Bhagwan, even religion, languages, race, skin color, everywhere, whatever it verse appeals to you more, you follow it, but you do not disrespect. You do not. There are few devotees I have come across that they are follower of Vishnu, but they do not even look at to Shiva. That is not good. If you are doing that, then you have to there is more space for you to grow up. So definitely you can follow one god, and all Bhagwan are same. There is no difference in Bhagwan. Difference in our drashti, different there is in our vision that we see them different. So there is nothing like that some other god will be disrespected or they will be unhappy. No, just be respectful to all god, and there has to be one Ishta Devata, a devata which you follow, which you appeals you more, and which you feel connected to. And for that, it will not happen in one day. It requires a sadhana, it requires a proper guidance and little bit time, and then you will know by yourself.
What is the Shaiva perspective on the Vishnu Sahasranam? Don't they consider Shiva to be the supreme Lord?
Yeah, all God. So I think this is what was created to confuse all the devotees. So all whole life we should be just arguing all this, who is great and who is not. Shiva perspective, there is no perspective on Bhagwan, has no perspective on each other. But we being human, we have perspective on Bhagwan. So there is nothing like that. And in the Vishnu Sahasranam also, when we see some Mahesh name, then there is Shiva's name is there. That means he has the capacity and quality of Shiva, and Shiva has quality of. And even in Ramcharitmanas, Ramji is saying out loud to clarify this question. He says, Shiva Grohi, Mamadas Kahava. Te nar mohi sapne hu nahi bhava. If someone is Shiva Drohi, does not like Shiva, disrespect the Shiva, and they consider that they are great devotee of Narayana or great devotee of me, I do not like those people even in my dream. So it's all God is same, our perspectives are same. The only thing is that we are not learning enough. We are just hearing it out. So you need to come and start your journey from somewhere, wherever it appeals to you. That is when these question will be clarified.
We can take 2-3 more questions, Acharya. One is when it is effective to chant the Vishnu Sahasranam Sutra.
Sorry, I didn't get that, Pragya.
When is it effective? I think she's asking about the time of the day.
Time of the day. I can be very particular about this, and also not, because I am also living in United States for now 8 years. So I know we are living in past peace life, not here, everywhere right now. So तुलसीदास जी gives again एक घड़ी आधी घड़ी आधी में पुनियाद तुलसी संगति साधु की हरई कोटि अपराध. There you will find someone saying in shorts or Instagram that you should do this time. Perfect. But I would say any time of this day, when you are peaceful, when you are not disturbed, when you are not rushing, when you are not 100 thoughts in your mind, then you should do it. Proper could be morning, but morning life is busy, you are running every day, late office or something, or could be evening, could be night. Whenever you have some dedicated time undisturbed, I think that is the best time, not only Vishnu Sahasranam, any sadhana to be performed. 10-20 minutes. When you properly will learn the whole Vishnu Sahasranam, it might take 25 minutes, 20 minutes to do it, or when you memorize it, it will only take 15 minutes or 20 minutes. You have to improve. So any time of the day is good. If you have time, if you can make your 20 minutes earlier in the morning, then perfect. If not, evening, afternoon, night, all times are good. It has to be undisturbed, focused.
We can take one last question then. We are already on top of the time. Why there are three forms of Vishnu?
There are not three form, there are 1,000 form, even limitless form. Forms are different. They are not three form, they are category of names. कि भगवान के कुछ नाम हैं. There are some name will explain Lord Narayana as Bhagavan. So this is what the details you will learn in the class. And there are category of name will explain Lord Narayana as Avatar. And now you see the difference. Bhagavan, who is already established in Vaikuntha, doing his work, controlling the universe with the goddess. What is Avatar? When he decides to come as a Krishna, when he decides to come as Matsya, when he decides to come as a tortoise, when he decides to come as Narasimha, Vaman, Parashuram, Ram, Buddha. So then the category changes, because not that Vishnu who is coming into some fraction of his kala, that they are not Purna avatar other than Krishna. So that is why we have some name categorized as avatar naam, जिनमें भगवान ने अवतार लिया है. अवतार मीनिंग he decided to come down taking stairs, अवतरित होकर नीचे आए हैं. So the second category and third category is more than God, more than Devata, is Brahman, who is ultimate reality. So those are three groups of name.
Dhanyavad Acharya ji. I think we can close the webinar now. But before we do, all of you who have registered or who have attended this webinar will receive the recording of the same. Any questions if you have on the courses, enrollment, registrations, feel free to respond to the email, or we'll have the admission team's number and the email ID on that. Please respond to us. We'll be there to help you with your queries. If required, if there are strictly academic questions that you would want Acharya ji to address, I will put you in touch with him as well so that he can address your questions if you have questions which will help you in registering for the course. So I hope to, and Acharya ji too, will hope to see many of you in his classes. It would be great to learn Sundarkand. And by the way, Sundarkand is on a Sunday, 4 to 5:30 p.m. Eastern. So
Vishnu Sahasranam is on.
Vishnu, sorry, yes, Vishnu Sahasranam. And Thursday, 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. would be Sundarkand.
Ji.
And Vishnu Sahasranam on Sundays, 4 to 5:30 p.m.
I think Rita Kulkarni ji is asking about workshop. You can get in touch, Rita ji.
Yes, I will get in touch with you, Rita ji. I will give you a call one of these days. I will touch base with you and then we can discuss this. So
Survey. Sorry. Pragya.
No. We can. Someone is asking, can we all recite some mantra together? I mean, all of us together. Let me see
In
if
the
I
Zoom,
can unmute all of you together.
it doesn't work when everyone is on mute and everyone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, I'll not be able to do that. But if Namita ji wants, maybe you can let her do one. And then we can close. Namita ji, if you would want to, I can unmute you. You can do one.
Namaste. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, Acharya ji, we can just maybe a shloka or two and we can close.
So Namita ji, you want to recite the shloka you know already?
नहीं आप जो बोले आचार्य जी.
अच्छा, ठीक है. Let's do this prayer. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः.
सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः.
सर्वे सन्तु निरामयः.
सर्वे सन्तु निरामयः.
सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु.
सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु.
मा कश्चित् दुःख भाग् भवेत्.
दुःख भाग् भवेत्.
ओम शांति शांति शांति.
ओम शांति शांति शांति.
सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःख भाग् भवेत् सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः may all of you or everyone should be happy सर्वे सन्तु निरामया may all be disease or illness free सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु may we all look good in everybody मा कश्चित् दुःख भाग् भवेत् may no one get in trouble. This is what our prayer to Lord Narayana and Hanumanji. Thank you so much everyone.
Thank you. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आचार्य जी. So we can close now. Thank you everyone for taking out time and joining us today and being with us. So all of you who are in the daytime, have a good day and a good weekend. Those who are joining from places like India where we are having nightfall already, have a good night and take care of yourselves. Thank you. Namaskar everyone. Thank you.